Meat is not sustainable, moral, or healthy. I grew up not knowing this and eating a standard American diet of meat and potatoes, just like you. I've spent countless hours doing research on the meat industry, the cruelty towards animals, the health risks, and the lack of sustainability in the meat industry. I hope by the end of my speech you will be willing to make a change, even if you only cut out meat for one meal a week. Each person can make a difference. I believe people need to reduce their consumption of meat in order to reduce health risks, reduce environmental impact, and to reduce suffering to animals in the meat industry by reducing demand. In the United States, 660,000 animals are killed every hour for their meat. Most of these animals don't have it easy before they're slaughtered. Life on a factory farm is one of misery and pain. Animals are packed into spaces so small they can barely move, just like these chickens. Most of these animals will never see the outdoors. Many spend the majority of their lives on warehouse floors. According to the American Society for the Prevention of Animal Cruelty to Animals, or ASPCA, there are no federal laws protecting farm animals while they're actually on the farm. Sadly, state laws aren't much better, and few states include farm animals in their anti-animal cruelty laws. This means factory farms can cram chickens into spaces so small that they can barely move and force them to live in their own waste with no legal repercussions. Are these animals only meat? Do they not feel pain and suffer just like humans do? In my opinion, animals shouldn't be abused, especially in the way farm animals are before slaughter. This flesh doesn't even contain nutritional benefits for humans. In fact, according to a systematic study of scientific studies done by the American Institute for Cancer Research and the World Cancer Research Fund, they came to the conclusion in 2007 that red or processed meats are probable causes of cancer. A more recent report from the International Agency for Research on Cancer came to the conclusion that processed meats are a group 1 carcinogen, meaning they cause cancer. And red meat is in group 2A, which means they probably cause cancer. Not only is meat consumption cancerous, it also negatively impacts the environment. The standard American diet requires 4,200 gallons of water a day, but a vegan diet only requires 300 gallons a day. You can see here that producing soy requires far less water than reducing beef, pound for pound. A report from the International Water Management Institute notes that it takes up to 7,000 liters of water to produce 100 grams of beef, but only 550 liters of water to produce a loaf of bread. Meat not only wastes more of our fresh water, it increases the amount of greenhouse gases, furthering global warming. According to the New Zealand Ministries for Energies, Science, and Fisheries, 1 ton of methane has the same global warming effect as 23 tons of carbon dioxide. The average cow produces 75 kilograms of methane a year, which is equal to 1.5 metric tons of carbon dioxide. Livestock produces 16% of the world's methane annually. This has a severe effect on global warming. Even when people are given all of this information, they argue that cutting out meat is unhealthy. This is completely untrue. In a 2012 Harvard School of Public Health study, they found study participants who ate a plant-based diet had a much lower risk of dying young. They also found people who ate processed meats and red meats are far more likely to die from cancer, diabetes, or heart disease. If cutting out meat was unhealthy, then wouldn't have the study's conclusion found the opposite? Vegan foods are low in saturated fat, cholesterol-free, and high in essential nutrients. Whereas meat, on the other hand, is high in calories, saturated fat, and cholesterol. Meat doesn't contain various vitamins or fiber. In conclusion, I've told you about the environmental costs of meat consumption, the health risks, and the cruelty animals face. So these three things show that reducing meat consumption is environmentally friendly, is healthier, and reduces suffering to animals. Please reduce meat consumption. Take part in one meat-free day a week, or attempt to cut out meat in other ways throughout your day. Thank you for your consideration. Have a good day.